Anyways, I got really bored and I just said, fuck it, let's just play some League, right? And I decided I was gonna do a Maokai top only, especially since he just got reworked. So I was like, dude, I've always liked Maokai, so you know, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Just gonna pull him out. So yeah, yeah. So I pulled him out, and this is my account so far. We are in series, and yeah. So I mean, we went 3-1, all pretty okay. I didn't do good this game. This is like my first game back in a bit. I've been on and off with League, so I was just like, you know what, fuck it, dude. I played an ARAM to see how my internet was. It was okay, so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna play some. And well, it didn't go too well. My CS was absolutely dog. but but to be honest, wasn't the reason why we lost. Okay, my Jolie went AFK. Like she just gave up. I don't know why. Let's see. This game I got camped, I believe. But I mean, honestly, it was still like I still did pretty well regardless. I mean, I kind of inted, but it's okay. Because the thing is, we still pulled up. You feel me? And then this game. What happened in this game? Oh yeah, they just FF'd. I was actually really confused this game. Um, and then my last game I just played, I had a lot of fun with this one because this one was a very interesting one. It's I believe this is a skill matchup with Maokai and Jax, because Jax will always win all ins, and because Jax will always win all ins, you just got to make sure you take short trades. And one thing I realized when I'm going against these top laners, right? Because there's so much damage in the game. I just said, you know what? If I'm versus a tank, I will take Grasp because I think Grasp is the way to go when you're against a tank, right? Because the tank's not gonna be able to one shot you. I mean, Ornn does a lot of damage, but he can't one shot you like the way how like Riven and all them other ones can, like Darius, Set. Those guys are just monsters. Like you won't be able to. It's really hard to trade against them, especially when they got you, right? Especially if they like time your cooldowns. So yeah. Anyways, I was just I'm just kind of like testing the waters right now. Um, but yeah, so I wanted to watch this last game that we did here, and yeah, so here we go. So here we are. Here's our fourth game in the. Is it provisionals? I think it's provisionals, not series. So sorry, I'm not the best at using this. Let's just go. We're chilling. Uh, so I noticed he has I noticed that he has ignite, and because he has ignite, it kind of forces me to buy a D shield. But to be honest, um, I think D shield is probably always a way to start. Jesus Christ, I forgot. I forgot that yeah, these guys got, I don't know what happened over here. It was pretty bad. Actually, let's rewatch it. Jesus. Okay. You see here these guys, bro. So we'll do this. So as you can see, this is like a really bad start. Both thumbs down, everything. I'm just chilling the top side. And yikes, bro. This is not a good start, right? Luckily, it's Udyr, though. Udyr, bruh. The deer doesn't really do much damage. So I mean, if that went on like Jax or Tristana, First Blood, my goodness, bro. It would not have been good. Excuse me. As you can see, a really bad start. The Udyr gets 2 kills. So right now I'm just kind of pushing because I didn't know how fast he was, to be honest. I wasn't sure if he was backing or anything. So I just tried to get some trades in. And I'll be honest with you, I thought I had grass this game. I kind of forgot. I mean, this trade is like whatever. It's okay. It's okay. Because we have sustain on Maokai, especially with D shield too. So I mean, it's whatever, right? Let's see. Jax's E's it's a 14-second cooldown, and then we have a 8-second cooldown. So I mean, it's okay to like just kind of, you know, it's okay for him to waste that because his cooldown's a lot longer than yours. So I did a really good Q there. Because normally if I didn't do that, I would just get like chunked and then he just run away. It would be really, really bad. That was pretty good. Now I'll be honest with you, I don't know what kind of trading pattern he was trying to do here. It's kind of weird because he's fighting like in a big wave, like a wave and a half. But remember, he has Ignite and he has Lethal Tempo. And because he has Lethal Tempo, it's like super, 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 super dangerous. Even though Lethal Tempo was like nerfed, it's just like, it's so strong still. But so far, I'm really liking the rework on Maokai. I think it's really, really nice, to be honest. Like, nice damage and everything. It kind of feels like the old Maokai before they took everything away from him. I mean, granted, my CS isn't the best, but you know, I'll take it. I'm like trying to CS and trying to and like I'm trying to like hit him, which I do successfully. Let's see what I buy here. Yeah, so I think my plans, and I think the best way to go about it when you're playing Maokai against like these bruisers, I think tier is a really, really bad buy when you are versus like when you're versus these kinds of like all-in types of champions. You don't really get the chance to scale, right? Because let's say I bought a tier instead of this, right? That's just gonna like completely give up my laning phase, right? Because here's the thing, he's gonna come back with a fighting item, and I'm just out here chilling with the goddamn tier. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I'm not here trying to farm, right? Because I'm not here trying to get carried. Even though I'm playing tank, I'm out here just trying to have impact. So you see here, I'm like, oh, bro, I can fight this guy, right? But look, this is the power jack. So I fucked up the W there, right? He held it. That was actually pretty well played for him. But as you can see, you start seeing how dangerous Lethal Tempo is. Really good play for my jungler this game, honestly. Really nice. I think the play here for me was I should have just backed and then TP'd. I was thinking maybe I could shove it in time, but because I was like, he has no TP, maybe I can shove it. But I look at the wave state, I'm like, Jesus, bro, I do no damage. My wave clear is terrible. I'm like, I mean, not terrible, but it's like, I can't clear this whole wave yet. You know what I mean? So this is definitely a really, really, really big mistake for me. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. It's been a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't really go too crazy in the league. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake for me. So I flashed there because I'm like, okay, well, if Jax jumps on me, I'm literally dead. So yeah, everyone lives happily ever after. So now we back. And then I buy myself a Bambi Cinder. And the reason why is because my thought process of this game, I'm like, okay, I don't mind the Iceborne Gauntlet because I think Iceborne Gauntlet's like a really nice buy, to be honest. Like, I actually like that item. It's also the item back in the day in League where you would buy if you want to do some damage as a tank. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm against a Jax. I won't really be able to auto attack that much, right? Because it's Jax with this E, and the E's like later on the E's like a 4-second cooldown. So you know, I'm thinking like, okay, if this game goes late game, then what's the point, right? I'm gonna lose so much damage. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a Sunfire Escape because Sunfire Escape is way better at scaling, right? But it's like it's way better at scaling, but it's like I don't. It's like 400 gold more, and I feel like that spike is the difference between you winning a fight and not sometimes, especially into a team like this. But Sunfire Cape is actually really good this game because they have 4 melee. But I just think Iceborne Gauntlet is just better because it depends on what your verse is, I guess. But I just feel like it's better most cases. I'm thinking because it's like, well, it's 400 gold cheaper and it lets you start buying to your other items. So I don't know. I really need to play more Maokai to kind of start seeing it. You know what I mean? So this is a really close 1v1 I'm gonna do here. So I start prepping. So I fucked up my W again, but I pushed him towards him, and then he takes the damage from both of those. He all-ins me. So as you can see here, like, Jesus, bro, these fights are so close, man. They're so close, and I have a kill lead on him, and a little bit of CS. But yeah, that's that's Jax for you. I'm not really even an auto attacker. You know what I mean? Yeah. So far, I mean, we're doing pretty good. So I'm kind of getting nervous this game because I'm like, okay, well, you know, Katarina got a double kill, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to carry. Look at their comp, right? And I think to myself, like, bro, my bot lane is 0-4 at 8 minutes in the game. Sheesh, bro. So I'm like, okay, I have to make sure I beat this Jax, which I pretty much am, right? I'm basically beating him at this point, like, pretty hard. Let's see the gold difference here. Yeah, I have like 800 gold over him. But I'm still thinking to myself, like, okay, if it comes down to like the mid game, so like 25 minutes, 30, like, okay, 30 minutes kind of late game, but 25 minutes in the game, like 20 to 25, I'm like, how am I going to be able to carry this, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, so what am I going to be building this game that's going to make me have impact in that, like a threat, so that they can't just ignore me, right? Because, I mean, I do like a decent amount of damage. And I see this Fed Triss. So I'm like, okay, so I want to get Merc Treads, right? And I want to get, because it's Triss and she's auto attack, she's really their only damage, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get a Frozen Heart because Frozen Heart's just really, really nice to get. Really, really good. Especially for me because we go pretty fast. And especially since we're not going tier, we need the mana. You know what I mean? You're a useless tree if you don't have a if you don't got that mana, you know what I mean? So yeah, so we're just chilling here. This guy like BMs me, I think. So I W'd there, so I didn't take the turn damage, so it was more of an even trade. And then I kind of jinxed it because then I take another hit. Anyways, I actually don't mind him backing here. This is actually bad for him to back, to be honest, but I don't think he backs. I didn't time my W there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back here. I'm gonna back reset. I have TP. He has Ignite, right? So he's kind of screwed if I just back in TP. Well, I kind of debate though. I'm like, maybe I can make it. Maybe I can't. But I'm like, wait, he has the Herald. I'm like, sheesh, bro. You're gonna get all those platings. I gotta stop him. Because I don't want... The last thing you want is a Jax to get back into the game, right? Because he will literally just kill everyone. I shoved the wave in that back. Let's fast forward it. And I'm like debating. I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? I'm just like, alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. So now I see him. I'm like, what is he doing? Oh, I was like, oh, I don't know what he's doing. He's just like... I'll fight him, dude. This guy has nothing. He can't do shit. He's like pinging. He's like, what the fuck? So, yeah, then I kind of just beat his ass there, and the burn kills him. And he rage quits after this. It's done. He's gone. So that helped a lot in winning this game. But yeah. And then, as I kill Jax, the Tristana gets a quad. We're actually down gold at 11 minutes and 40 seconds. So, and I won't lie to you, this is he left. And this is one of those problems where it's like you start getting nervous as a top laner. You know what I mean? I think all top laners will share this kind of pain where you see like, holy shit, bro, my mid's not really doing that good. The enemy mid's doing better. My bot lane is getting shit stomped, right? And my jungler isn't really ganking me to get themselves and me a lead. Even though like I'm literally clapping this top laner, right? But it's like we could have way more devastating effects. Like we could be getting ripped. She could be taking the entire top side of the enemy jungler. All that stuff. Don't get me wrong. She did a good play. That one gank, but still, it's, you know what I mean. So yeah. So now we're getting nervous because like, oh shoot, bro. Like, you know what I mean. We're getting nervous because like, oh shoot, bro. Like the enemy agency just got a quad at like 11 minutes in the game. What am I supposed to do, right? By the time I fight this guy, she's gonna have 3 items. But, I mean, I think we got kind of lucky. Oh, yeah, I see this guy. I'm trying to kill him. I could have flashed here. I could have, like, flashed, but I'm like, I don't think I can kill this guy. Maybe I could have, but it's kind of not worth it, because the Mumu doesn't really have any worth to him. It's not worth using my son like that. Right? And I see my jungler. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just dive him. And I'm spamming him, like, wait, I think the Jack's disconnected, so this game is so winnable. We just dive. Just don't even give him a chance. Right? And then we get first blood turret. Honestly, my CS was pretty good this game. So I back and I'm like, okay. My next move is this Tristana is 10-2 at 13 minutes and 40 seconds in the game. I need to have impact. I need to go and try to stop my bot lane from dying to this Tristana anymore, because yeah, it's a 4v5, but bro, we are barely winning, and if she gets fed, this is gonna be a struggle because they have a shit ton of CC for Triss. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very hard for us to really to get to Tristana, especially since it's Tristana with her. She can imp above her W, so it's like it's really hard to lock her down with that if she's good at it. And I'm like, I'm kind of walking awkwardly because I think he warded it, but he didn't. And I know, I was thinking this is warded because I'm pretty sure it is warded. Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to set up here, get rid of stuff. They try to kill me here. I don't think they realize how strong I am at this point, though. But yeah, I am pretty strong. We sacrifice a bit of our time CSing and just trying to have impact in the game, and I think that's something like important that we have to learn, like just in general in playing League of Legends, and I guess especially as a top laner, because like I think it's better to like, I could obviously be AFK farming, have like 9 CS a minute this game, right? Just AFK farming, clearing that shit, but to be honest, bro, I don't think it's like. It's not worth it because there's a chance we don't win this game because of my bot lane dying so much and just getting stomped. Because a Tristana will be able to carry. Tristana will be able to hard carry against us. We are all very low range, especially when this game gets to late game. So I'm like, okay, let me clear this wave, right? I'm gonna clear this wave, and I'm gonna come straight bot lane. I'm pretty sure that's what I do. Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure I get my, what's that item called? I forgot what it's called. Oh, the Frozen Heart. The Frozen Heart. So yeah, I'm clearing this wave. I'm basically forcing someone to come topside, which is good. That's really, really good. I'm walking towards bot. I see the Drake is coming up, so I'm like, okay, maybe if we want, we can fight for this Drake. But to be honest, I'm looking to kill that Tristana. All right, not gonna lie, I'm trying to get that Tristana's ass. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, they're fighting. I'm like, oh shit, they're fighting. Let's do this. Right, kind of an awkward play here. Really nice from Jonathan, to be honest. So then I get her flash. I get a really good play here. So a really nice play here. in my opinion, I think the moment this happened, I think that kind of that was the real big changing point. Besides the Jax disconnecting and leaving the game. But yeah. So here we are. Let's speed it up. It's kind of boring. I go back bot lane again because I'm like, okay, well they can just play for top side. Baron spawns in a minute for them, so I'm just trying to get a little bit of CS. I'm pretty strong, so I'm like, okay, if Tristana's solo or if it's just Leona and Tristana, I think I can kill her because their damage won't mean much to me. I'm so strong, right? Oh, whoops. I'm so strong. So she was like, I don't know what she was trying to do. She's like trying to ambush me or something. So I was like, okay, wait, maybe Leona's in there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna poke this Tristana a little bit. I'm like, oh, shit. It's a goddamn Udyr, bro. So I'm like, alright, fuck it. I'm gonna fight this bitch. So I'm trying to fight. I'm like, get her ass! I'm like, oh, damn! So, I mean, I almost get her. To be honest, I almost get her. So she's probably like, dude. She's like, dude. I'm like 10-3. And this guy's taking forever to kill, and I have an Udyr helping me. How is this guy so tanky? But yeah, it's just because I was just building for her. Because I'm like, okay, well, she's the only damage. You know what I mean? And I think these are some of the things that you can really impact as like a top lane that's a tank. Now don't get me wrong, bro. If I was a bruiser there, now that could have gone either really bad or really good, right? So I'm just going bot lane gang because I'm like, okay, well the Baron's up. If they send multiple people for me, they just get Baron and that's it, right? So yeah, and I see Triss, I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So yeah, we're just playing on the opposite side of the map where the objectives are. That way I can basically guarantee my team for objectives. So like there's a very high chance that if they send 2 for me, 3 for me, I can stall long enough to where especially in their case, because they don't really have much damage besides Triss. In their case, I can just you know, I also have TP. So we get a nice I mean, at least gets caught, and then I just TP. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it in time, so I'm gonna try to get a pick here. I don't think the game lasts so much long in this. I think they just FF. So yeah. But yeah. We're just kind of chilling here. They were looking to get Baron, I think, but it just ends up being an FF. So yeah. Yeah, that's how the game went. It was kind of lackluster, I guess. But I mean, you know, playing a tank isn't something as like exciting as like you know, playing Riven or like Jace and you know, Aatrox in them, bro. He's not you know, we're not really a flashy kind of champ. So, but yeah. So that was one of my games as Maokai top, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking Maokai a lot. I think his damage is good. They give him his percent health damage on his Q instead of his E back in the day, and I think his W used to also, but I don't really remember. It's been too long. But yeah. So yo, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace.